All right, Jason, just a little bit more family time won't hurt. So you are invited to a night of entertainment under the stars. The Pack Theater Company is putting on Shrek the Musical. It's going to be at Bellingrath Gardens. And before their big performance, I had an opportunity to speak with Chase and Morgan, or should I say Shrek and Fiona. Check it out. So tell me a little bit about how you guys got involved in acting. Morgan, I'll start with you. How long have you been acting?
Well, I actually started taking acting and musical theater seriously when I was a junior in high school, and I've been doing it ever since. So it's I got really involved in my hometown. I'm not from Alabama, I'm from Mississippi. So I was involved with a theater troupe for 13 to 18-year-olds, and that's kind of how I got plugged in. But being in my first show ever and taking my first bow as a lead ever, I was like, yeah, I want to do this for the rest of my life. This is so fun.
And Chase?
I got started about 2 or 3 years ago, I can't remember, at another local theater in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And ever since then, I just loved it. And this is actually my first lead role, and I'm really excited about it.
Talk a little bit about what you learned from this production.
We're all equal, you know? Shrek, of course, is this huge ogre who he's just been looked down upon his whole life, and he's been living alone. And then when he comes and all these fairy tale creatures come on his swamp, and they're all misfits, called in the show misfits and freaks. And throughout his journey, he's looked at as more of like a person and a human, whereas not an ogre. People learn to accept him and love him.
So what was the hardest part about playing Shrek? Was it wearing all of that makeup or putting on the costume?
There's going to be probably the hardest part is wearing all the prosthetics and making sure I can hear and all that. That's going to be the hardest part for sure. Oh, yeah.
And Morgan, what about you? Did you just have fun playing Fiona? Because she's fierce. I mean, she's just not some damsel princess.
She's not. And that's what I love about her so much. So in the world of musical theater, there's this thing called a typecasting. And in real life, like right now, I would play Fiona because Fiona is not the typical cookie cutter Disney princess that we all know and love. She is just an ordinary girl with ordinary problems, and she just has a crown on her head. And there's another thing that she deals with is that a witch casts a spell on her, and she turns into an ogre at night. So that's another thing that she has to deal with, just like how we have to go home and we have to deal with things that we don't accept during the daytime. And we feel like we have to put on another face for other people.
So have a great show, and I hope that I get a chance to see it.
Yes, please come see it. I think it's a good thing. I think that the story is a very, very beautiful story, especially during the climate of our world and the things that are happening right now, to be accepting and to be loving and to care for one another, because that's what we were put on this earth to do and how we are as people. So I think it would be a good thing. Celebrate why you're different. Celebrate why you're special. Celebrate why others are different and special.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited. It's going to be really good.
There will be social distancing. If you go, guests are going to be spaced apart. You'll also have your temperature checked. That show starts July 9th at 6:30, and you're welcome to bring a picnic, dinner, and a lawn chair.